Hey, good morning, everybody. Yeah, I was just looking at, we got ducks here in the park. I'm in the park again. It's a beautiful day here in Eugene, Oregon. And up here in the Pacific Northwest, you take advantage of days like this. You get outside because it's going to start getting cold here in about 3 weeks. And when I say cold, I mean in the 40s. And then it's going to drop down into the 30s, possibly 20s. So we take advantage of these. This is the first segment, first of the series of side hustles. This one can actually grow into a full-blown business. And what I mean by that is in the event you're looking to do something on the side to replace your job, this has that possibility. Growing it into a business could go pretty quick, depending on how well you market yourself. The pet care involves a lot more than what people think, which means from a business standpoint, it can become pretty profitable. It's a service that you're providing. And it can go anywhere from $200 to $350 a day or more. So why a pet care business? It's simple. Most people want to take care of their pets. They want them to have a long, healthy life. So they're going to want them to get bathed. They're going to want them to get groomed. They're going to want them to walk. They're going to want them to stay in decent shape. This is where you come in. This is where you provide this service. Okay, and so especially when they're service dogs, service animals, and stuff like that, they want to make sure that they're healthy and they're taken care of. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about money. Being that you're providing a service, depending on what the service is, you can charge anywhere from $30 to $80 an hour. Recently, I was at a friend's house, and we were just sitting there talking, and the doorbell rang. And I was just kind of like, oh, we're expecting company? He goes, no, I got the groomers coming over to trim the dog's nails. And I just kind of looked at him like, what? So the young lady walks in, her and the dog get acquainted, and she pulls, the owner holds the dog, and she just pulls the paws up, clips the nails. She was in and out of that house within 8 minutes. He paid her $35 and gave her a $5 tip just for walking in, trimming the dog's nails. She left the nails on the floor, didn't even clean them up. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's what triggered to like, let's do this one first. That's a very simple thing. Now, you're gonna want to get a groomer's license for that one. And that there's going to be more in the summary below as far as where you can do that. Although, like I say, it just caught me off guard. If you're bathing, well, then you're going to be bathing and grooming, trimming their nails, blow drying their hair, conditioning the hair. So there's a lot of things you can do on top of just walking them. Walking them would probably be the simplest way to get started because you probably don't need a license for that. You just walk a dog. Although when you start getting into grooming, you start getting into bathing and trimming nails and stuff, they might want references. You also might have the situation where they're going to ask you for a groomer's license. So you have that. Like I say, that information is down below. There's also going to be a questionnaire down below that you might get. They might start asking you these questions. It'd be nice to either know the questions ahead of time, or at least have the answers to the questions. So the next one's going to be services. What kind of services can you offer? Your best way to find out is to ask the client. You want me to, walk the dog? Yeah, okay, that'd be great. Would you like me to, set up a plan to bathe and trim the dog's nails? Would you like me to set up a plan that, every 60, 90, 4 months, whatever, 6 months, that I can take the dog to the vet for you, just to get the dog, a checkup, or the cat, or the iguana, or, the bird, whatever it is. These are household domesticated pets that you can do that with. You're dealing with a large animal, like a horse or a donkey, or bigger animals, llamas, whatever. Yeah, I've seen llamas too. Up here in Oregon, somebody actually has. I know 2 different people have llamas on their land. So it's like that was a new one. To set up a schedule that every 6 months you'll get a hold of a vet to come out and make sure that their animals are in good shape. In the event they're not on their property, they're being boarded somewhere else or something like that. You want to make sure that you provide a service to them. And like I say, the best way to find out that is to ask them. So keep that in mind, the questions and inquiries into how to help them ease their life, make their life easier for them, so that they can just, enjoy what's going on. That becomes what you do. And that will create some word of mouth, which is the best form of advertising. Let's discuss setting the business up. First thing you want to do is, create a space in your home. Simply because you're going to want a space that you can work with. It doesn't matter if it's a kitchen table. Could care less. That's kind of how I got started when I first started in real estate. It was a kitchen table. Second thing you want to do is invest in some maybe in licensing, depending on how you want to get started. In the event you don't have that, just start walking the dog. Tell people you walk the dog. Get the money together that way, and let the business pay for itself. From the word go. Just start small. You're going to want to get some business cards. Get something flashy. It doesn't have, they don't have to be flashy or anything like that. If you know people in the area that have dogs and cats and stuff like that, go knock on their door. Hey, start a little business. This is what we're going to do in the beginning. Something you're interested in. The next thing you're going to want to do is create a pricing structure, especially when you're starting out. Do you just walk the dog? So you're going to walk him for half an hour. You're going to walk him for an hour. What are you going to do with it? If you're taking care of the cat or something like that, create a website. There's I'm going to have links below to different websites you can go to. One is like rover.com, original. Then you've got, I think it's petsit.com. So you can create different profiles on these websites, and people go to them and they can find you there. So as your business grows, you're going to be offering more services on the website. Go to local veterinarians. Ask them if you can put your card, in there on their counter, so that you can get business maybe that way. You have maybe some dog parks that you can go and just meet some of the owners. You don't have to make a big deal out of it. Just tell me, hey, this is what I do. I can bring your dog to the dog park. A little more professionalism. Get a bond for this. You can get a bond. It's a bonding company that they can easily get it. And just get $10,000 bond or something like that. Just something small. You say, hey, yeah, we're bonded. You see it on plumbers' trucks, electricians' trucks. You see, bonded. So it does help. It just gives you that little more air of professionalism. You're also going to want to look at the different insurances to protect you. In today's society, everybody wants to get a lawyer. So be sure that you're covered. It's really something that I hate to say it that way, although it's important, because you never know. Insurance is for the what if happens. It's also a tax deduction, but keep that in mind. Hey, okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to build your brand. Obviously, you want a catchy name. Then what you're going to want to do is have business cards that have that on there. You represent your brand. Don't forget that. So you're going to end up with maybe t-shirts, maybe hats, thermos bottles, things that you can give to the clients, on their anniversary or their birthday or, at Christmas or something like that. You can go to, Printify. You can set up your own account, and you can print out, t-shirts that you and your clients and your customers can wear. Not so much your customers, sorry, your employees. And, as you get bigger, you're also going to want to do that because that'll promote your brand. And then you get hats, keychains. Like I said, that becomes stuff that you build into your business as you're growing. It's a business. Keep that in mind. The sooner you start treating it like a business, the sooner it's going to start acting like a business and start rewarding you like a business. That becomes really huge. You are now a professional. Once you start getting paid for whatever your services are, outside of what you normally do. Let's just say you're working in an office, you're working, somewhere in retail, and you come out here and you start doing this pet care business. You're a professional. You represent your business. Keep that in mind. That's how you start to grow. Is you start getting word of mouth. That's the best form of advertising you could ever get. And that goes back to the testimonials you want to get, every once in a while. Send them out a questionnaire once a month. How is the services? Is there anything, that I can improve? What would you suggest I add to the business, add to the services that I can provide you? Get feedback from your clients, because that is going to be the best form of research you could ever have. So with that, I'll see you on the next one. Have a good day.